Inside Archive Vault 10, Robert Langdon recited Italian numbers as he scanned the calligraphy before him. Mil. Centi. Uno. Duo. Tre. Cinquanta. I need a numerical reference. Anything, damn it. When he reached the end of his current folio, he lifted the spatula to flip the page. As he aligned the blade with the next page, he fumbled, having difficulty holding the tool steady. Minutes later, he looked down and realized he had abandoned his spatula and was turning pages by hand. Oops, he thought, feeling vaguely criminal. The lack of oxygen was affecting his inhibitions. Looks like I'll burn an archivist's cell. About damn time, Vittoria choked when she saw Langdon turning pages by hand. She dropped her spatula and followed suit. Any luck? Vittoria shook her head. Nothing that looks purely mathematical. I'm skimming? But none of this reads like a clue. Langdon continued translating his folios with increasing difficulty. His Italian skills were rocky at best, and the tiny penmanship and archaic language was making it slow going. Vittoria reached the end of her stack before Langdon and looked disheartened as she flipped the pages back over. She hunkered down for another more intense inspection. When Langdon finished his final page, he cursed under his breath and looked over at Vittoria. She was scowling, squinting at something on one of her folios. What is it? He asked. Vittoria did not look up. Did you have any footnotes on your pages? Not that I noticed. Why? This page has a footnote. It's obscured in a crease. Langdon tried to see what she was looking at, but all he could make out was the page number in the upper right-hand corner of the sheet. Folio 5. It took a moment for the coincidence to register, and even when it did, the connection seemed vague. Folio 5. 5. Pythagoras, pentagrams, Illuminati. Langdon wondered if the Illuminati would have chosen page 5 on which to hide their clue. Through the reddish fog surrounding them, Langdon sensed a tiny ray of hope. Is the footnote mathematical? Vittoria shook her head. Text. One line. Very small printing. Almost illegible. His hopes faded. It's supposed to be math. Lingua pura. Yeah, I know. She hesitated. I think you'll want to hear this, though. Langdon sensed excitement in her voice. Go ahead. Squinting at the folio, Vittoria read the line. The path of light is laid, the sacred test. The words were nothing like what Langdon had imagined. I'm sorry? Vittoria repeated the line. The path of light is laid, the sacred test. Path of light? Langdon felt his posture straightening. That's what it says. Path of light. As the word sank in, Langdon felt his delirium pierced by an instant of clarity. The path of light is laid, the sacred test. He had no idea how it helped them, but the line was as direct a reference to the path of illumination as he could imagine. Path of light. Sacred test. His head felt like an engine revving on bad fuel. Are you sure of the translation? Vittoria hesitated. Actually. She glanced over at him with a strange look. It's not technically a translation. The line is written in English. For an instant, Langdon thought the acoustics in the chamber had affected his hearing. English? Vittoria pushed the document over to him, and Langdon read the minuscule printing at the bottom of the page.